What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Watcher of Realms, and today is Summoning Day. So we've got the summoning event going on right now. Not this part. I guess we can summon these out as well because I have them. But this part, we've got roughly 300 summons to drop here. We're obviously looking for Deimos, really solid boss fighter for the epics. We don't have one yet, so getting him and then a bunch of his copies would be fantastic. Navros copies, of course, would also be great. And I'm not too crazy worried about Cyrene. If we get some, we get some. I'm sure she has uses in some areas. I just haven't really found a great use for one yet. So I'm not too excited about this chickadee. But these two I very much am. And if we don't pull any in 300 summons, I will be a little disappointed because we should definitely grab a couple. Obviously, Twyla and Hex are the big ones up here, but being this is epic only, they will not be used on the account. With that said, I guess we just jump in and start dropping 10 bombs. Let's hope things go well. So, first 10 bomb, here we go. Only 29 more of them suckers to go. First one's looking bad. That's going to be the highest rarity blue. That hurts. That stings a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, that is going to be refunded to us mostly when we sell those back off. Drop the next 10 bomb, keep them rolling. If we get anybody like really good, obviously we'll stop and talk about them for a little bit. If we don't get anybody really good, I'll just be very depressed. Komodo, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We'll get the 50 diamonds out of that. Thank you, Komodo. He's a fusible. You can use him. He does proc some like bleed synergies with it because I think his ult makes people bleed. Not a terrible epic fighter, but since you can fuse one, and he's I don't know, put him like middle of the road. Not super excited to grab one out, but it is an epic, so I will take it. Won't be too upset. Not a terrible 10 bomb. Let's keep going though. If we get the yellow pulls, we get the yellow pulls. I'm not sure what we'll do with them. We might just end up doing like we did with the first couple legendaries we got and then sell them off for awakening stones or whatever, awakening shards, and then use those to buy like upgrade materials in the shop. Probably make somebody mad if we did it with like a Twyla, but is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So far, pulls have been going pretty mediocre. We've gotten one epic and 30 summons. Not looking great, and the epic wasn't even a good epic. What? Game, come on now. Come on, let's pick it up a little bit here. Let's get some epicage rolling out. That was even bad for a regular pull. That was almost all greenies. I don't want no green beans. I mean, I do need them, obviously, for like upgrade material. But there we go. Now we got an epic. That's what I'm talking about, game. Midan. Do we already have? No. Okay, this is new. I was like, do we already have one? I can't share it. No. Freaking awesome healer right here. Absolutely great. She debuffs like debuffs. She cleanses debuffs off your team. Really nice for like the guild raid 2. Good in pretty much all content. AoE heals, so she heals everybody at once pretty much, or well, at least 3 people in range. Really good for like almost all content. Very glad to pull one of these out. Super good healer. Another one here. Oh my god. That's luck. Okay, so Maul, also probably one of my favorite epic marksmen. And since our marksmen were kind of garbo coming into this, like we have Idril, she's good, but she's like our only marksman that we have to use. This guy's awesome. He's like the epic version of Razik, which is like an AoE marksman that splashes the crap out of people. This guy, same thing, epic version. Very expensive to put down, but also incredibly strong. Super awesome for Gear Raid 3. That's a big pickup for the team. Glad to snag this dude out. That's huge. Okay, so I feel much better about the earlier summons not dropping us epics because those two are absolutely fantastic pulls. Cannot wait to get those built up and use them. That's going to make getting higher in the gear raid much easier. Here we go. Another epic right off the back. This guy, he's interesting. We can look at it. I think we can look at him after we go through this. I'm not sure how actual like good he's going to be. He is another marksman, and another Idril copy. That's nice for awakening. But he does have a pretty huge range. I'm not sure. I don't think that gets bigger when you up. It does. So he has a very interesting attack range, which is nice. He has a pretty low attack interval though, so it's kind of a trade-off. His attack also goes up fairly high too, almost 4,000 for an epic. Not bad. But yeah, that huge range is going to be pretty handy in some areas. He might be somebody I end up building. Look at the range on that ult. That is disgusting. But also his AoE damage, which is nice. I think his awakenings get rid of his attack speed reduction during this, so he can still attack pretty fast once awakened. Kind of an interesting pull. We might build him. He's probably not going on like the forefront of my building list, but because his range is so huge, he may have some use for us later. Let's keep dropping these summons. What are we at now? I don't know. We're somewhere in there. Another purples. That's good. I love seeing the purple. That's great for the Epic account. What do we got here? Oh, there we freaking go, baby. We got a Deimos. My day is complete. Okay, we've already pulled out some really fantastic epics, but this guy is probably hands down the strongest DPS epic you're going to get. So when it comes to boss killing, this guy's a freaking monster. Even on my main account, he keeps up with like my Kagiri and my Zilitsu in damage. So absolute freak beast of an epic here. Very glad to pull that guy out. Also a fighter, so will be useful in getting the Extreme 2 raid in the promotion raids. That's awesome. I feel good. I feel good so far. Today's summons have gone absolutely fantastic. I was a little worried at the start, man. We weren't getting crap. Looks like we're going to get our legendary here. Not sure who it's going to be. Of course it's going to be like Twyla or something. I won't be able to use her. Who is it? Oh my god, is that her? I think it's freaking Twyla. Of course. Alrighty, so we'll watch this, I guess. Drink some coffee. She looks very creepy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But there we go, we did snag out a Twyla from the event. That's kind of cool. Obviously on this account we won't use her, so we could definitely anger some people by selling her off, because they probably just pulled all her someone's looking for her, but that would be just rude, so I won't do that. I'm gonna keep her in the back pocket for now. That's kind of cool. So snagged out the event epic here, or event legendary. If you're worried about not getting her during the event, don't. She's not a limited time hero. She does come up in like the regular summoning pool, so you can get her at any time. She's not going to be like Lust or like Kagiri where they're limited heroes that only come around at certain times a year. She's available at all the time, so don't worry about it. Pretty solid skill set, but obviously we'll never use her here, so hopefully when my main does it summons, we snag one out, because that would be nice. But let's keep rolling. Got ourselves a Twyla, got ourselves some really awesome epics. Looks like we're going to get some more epics here. Copies of Deimos would be fantastic. Mariel, kind of an interesting hero. And since we don't have access to things like Constance, which is a tank that can heal, Mariel might actually be somebody that we end up using in like the Immortal Codex for like the tanking stuff, but also just other content. She's one of the few tanks that actually have high magic resistance. This guy, I'm not gonna lie to you, everything I've seen about him is not good. He looks kind of like poo turds, and he's just, I don't know. Probably won't be building that guy. He's just, we got him, awesome, but we won't use him. Nazim. That's another good one I've been kind of looking for. So we'll have to go through a little bit of these. So Mariel, tank. She's, you know, obviously just a regular tank, but her ultimate is different because she does defense-based healing to the lowest, the ally with the lowest health and range, which is pretty nice. Since you're going to build her as a tank anyway, you're going to be building HP and defense anyhow. And since she's got kind of that radius, like a circle radius around her, she can heal a lot of people. So in Gear Raid 2, this is actually pretty nice. Being able to have a unit on the ground that can not only tank for you, but also heal people that are taking damage on the platform tiles. Pretty solid. Every 12 seconds, it also goes down, I think, to 8 seconds. She's going to heal one nearby ally. Again, that's nice in things like the guild boss raids and stuff like that. Being able to heal people with like a secondary unit, a ground unit, is not a bad thing. We might end up building her. She's probably not going to be super high on the build list because you have Olag, and he's like #1 priority. But definitely not a bad tank to grab out. Cyclone, not going to even really talk about him because he's kind of poo-poo. He's like the only hero in the game that has like a dodge chance, but like, I don't know. He's just kind of weak. So I'm not going to worry too much about him. But Nazim is interesting. So Nazim is one of the only heroes in the game that can fully debuff Guild Boss 2, Simra, with his ultimate skill. Because after he hits the person 4 times, every hit afterward inflicts stun. And if you know how the Guild Boss mechanic works, that's going to fully fill up, or I guess fully deplete his little saw blade bar to do like no damage. So really, really good for that content here. Also got an interesting attack range where he attacks behind him as well. The fact that he does more damage to cursed targets does mean he has some synergies with another fighter. I don't know if we'll get one or not. I think his name's like John Carr or something. It sounds weird, right? It's like a mummy. But a little bit of synergies going on with him. The main thing is his ult is fantastic for Guild Boss 2. So he may go into a Guild Boss 2 team when we get to that point. For now, the summoning continues. So we've made it through what, like about 100 summons around about, maybe? Probably sounds right. So this is going to be all blues, pretty much, best of blues, I mean. But we'll sell pretty much every one of these people off. Might keep her. Actually, I won't keep her. I don't want I'm keeping her. I was like, oh, she's got like the defense reduction, so that's nice. But guess what? My Estrid has defense reduction, and she's cooler, and she's stronger. So They'll probably just all get sold off. We'll use those for diamonds to fund our next summoning push. All blues again, or I guess at best blues again. Not sure if there's an achievement for getting all blue heroes, but good lord, we came freaking close, didn't we? Only 2 short. There's like an achievement, I think, if you get like all greens in a 10 summon, it gives you like 200 diamonds or something back, which is kind of nice, I guess, to refund the horrendous luck you just got. But yeah, keep summoning these suckers out. Got another Perpski, that's nice to know. Love seeing the Perpskis pop up. A Navros would be sweet. Theowen. I think I've already got a Theowen on here. I haven't built him yet. He's not bad, a decent AoE marksman. You can fuse him up, so pulling him, meh. But, I mean, hey, we got Maul, and Maul is, like, in my opinion, definitely the superior AoE marksman, although his cost is a little bit higher. And by a little bit higher, I mean probably like double the cost of Theowen. But, is what it is. Let's keep dropping them. We're down almost 150. I think we had 156 to start with. There we go, another purple. Another purple, that's good. Love to see the purples pop up. I'd love to see some more Deimoses pop up with this 15 times summon rates. That would be great. Medan, not going to be upset about that. That's a free awaken. Her awakens, they're not terrible. That's pretty nice. Extra heals is always great. More rage regen, never bad either. Also, when she shielded, healing a little stronger, not bad. Is she part of the Northern tribe? Yes. So if you have a Lord for the Northerners, every so often, they'll pop a shield on every allied unit in your party. So that would actually trigger her awakening on its own. You could also pair her with somebody like Vortex, and Vortex would give her shields when you overhealed her, and that would also proc it. So interesting awakenings, not like the greatest awakenings, I don't think, but not bad. I'll still take them. Any awakenings, better than no awakenings, you know what I'm saying? Probably. There's probably like one hero out there that gets worse when you awaken them, but I don't know who it is. I'm not going to worry about it. But here we go. Another little blue pull here. Nothing too crazy. We're down to pulling with gems now. Diamonds, gems, rubies, whatever you want to call them. I think we're going to have to do 150 with straight diamonds. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go through afterwards and sell off all my rares and then resummon. If you're close to like your pity timers or something, you didn't pull your legendary, that is something you can do, is after you've done all your summons, go pull out all your rares, sell them back to the game for 30 diamonds each, and then go back and pull some more. I like having a little rare stockpile though, so in case like an event comes around with someone I really want, I'm not like, crap, I used literally everything I had in the last one and now I can't do it. I've always had like at least like 50 summons just in the bank in rare heroes. So far the diamond summons have not been going beautifully, but still it's kind of hard to complain. We've pulled a Twyla, we've pulled a Deimos, we've pulled pretty much everything I wanted and then some. There we go, another Brunner, another Medan. Now that's interesting, because I think her second awaken actually gives her more health. And she's an HP-based healer, so that's nice. HP-based healers, in my opinion, are just stronger all around, especially in the early mid-game, because they're naturally tankier. You're going to build HP on them to get their heal stronger, and having more HP on them means they can survive more damage. So very nice healers, in my opinion. Attack-based healers, definitely good, but I have a little soft spot for HP healers, because they're just a little harder to kill. Another Brunor, I'm not really sure about his awakens. Increased damage for distance, that's one of them. That's kind of nice. Defense reduction, that could be useful in areas where we can't place Estrid down. That might be something to use. And there we go. There's the fifth awaken does remove his lower attack speed on his ult, so that's interesting. But there we go. Another couple epics out. Keeps throwing them out. We got more epics coming. That's good to know. Come on, Deimos. Another Brunner. Oh, Scorch. So I've never actually built this guy. I've seen him popped up in like the arena every now and again. People use him for the AoE. It's kind of interesting because he does like attack, or I don't know if he attacks behind him. I think it's just in front of him. But if he's like, you know, in front of a tank or something, he'll attack people behind him too. Kind of an interesting bro. He has a 2 attack tile range, which is kind of nice. And his attack ticks 3 times, which is pretty interesting. I feel like you could probably build him pretty strong. I'm not sure what his attack is. 3,300, so it's a little lower than other fighters. But he does have AoE damage. His health, not crazy high, but not bad. And not too bad of an attack interval, honestly. Might be someone we build, maybe like just for the AoE arena. Maybe for some of the events like we have going on right now. The little like cursed little goblins that run around the screen. Like he could be useful in that area. But that's kind of, I don't know, not bad. Boosts his own attack, boosts his own attack further. Could be an interesting build. Haven't ever built one. Got another light lock here. I already have one I think I summoned out before. Not a terrible healer. Can be used in a couple different faction trials. but I still prefer Vortex, Hollow, and stuff like that to Lightlock. He's kind of further down my list of awesome. And, of course, another Bruner. That's, I think, our third one already. I feel like that bro's got the times up rates. I haven't even seen an Avros yet, and I only got one Deimos. I pulled like 16, this little dwarf bro with a giant gun. I'm looking for not him. You know what I'm saying? Come on, game. Give me at least one more Deimos and one more Navros. Make me happy on the inside. But obviously not this time, because this is going to be all blues again. Okay, so we're down to, what, 90 summons left probably around about? That seems about right. So 9 more 10 bombs, looking like a lot of blue heroes coming in. So we'll have a lot of diamonds in the back stash. Not sure how many it's going to be, but I'm going to guess like 4,000 or 5,000 at least diamonds that we can just refund instantly. So go ahead, drop another 10 bomb. Come on, game. Quit giving me blues. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get me some purples and get me some Deimoses. Okay, I need the Deimoses. Another freaking Lightlock? Come on. Come on, game. Come on. Okay, so I wish it would show you like the pull rates for each hero, because there's no way that they're all the same. If you have a 15 times increased chance to pull a Navros, a Cyrene, or a Deimos, and we've pulled one of those heroes, and we've pulled like a buttload of other epics, there must be like different tiers of drop rates for each hero. It'd be nice if those were shown alongside the actual drop rates. Of just like, oh, it's an 8% chance to pull an epic, but when you pull an epic, it's a 95% chance to be the little dwarf bro with a gun. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's feeling right now. Can't be too mad. We did get a couple of Medans. We did snag out one Deimos at least, so, you know, no need to be salty. We'll get another one probably, maybe, perhaps. Maybe this time? Now we got Soleil. We got Mariel, so that's a copy of her. I've already got her. Haven't really built her yet. I think I leveled her up just for a faction trial run. But another Mariel for Awakenings. Not terrible. We're running low on the summons. We're really hoping. We're really holding out for another Deimos. I still can't believe I haven't pulled a Navros. That seems kind of shocking to me. I figured for sure we would have gotten one. We might actually be coming up close on the pity timer for a second legendary. Kalina here. Interesting hero. We'll talk about her for a second. I built her early on in my main, but I kind of left her at 5-star and kind of forgot she existed. She's one of the only heroes in the game that can't crit. I think she might actually, other than like healers, she can't crit at all. She has no way of doing it. But every attack has a 50% percent is a good word, percent chance to deal extra true damage. True damage is nice because it can't be resisted, which is good in a lot of situations. The biggest situation for me is probably in the Void Rift, when you run into like the petrified enemies. When they get turned to stone, they have like a huge amount of defenses, like you can't kill them very much. Her true damage will actually take them out relatively quickly, so that's like a big area for her. I'm not sure how strong that gets. I think there was every 5 instances of damage, she actually guarantees herself a 100% of her attack damage as true damage. Kind of nice. I don't think true damage can crit. I could be a liar, so don't trust me on that, especially since she can't crit at all. But I think there's other heroes out in the game that do have true damage. I just don't know if it's a critical possibility there. But interesting to pull up. Might end up using her later in the Void Rift. For now, 10 more summons coming out, and I'm really hoping. I don't really need another Awaken for Deimos. The first Awaken is nice, and worst case scenario, I've been stashing back all of my little purple soul stones that I've grabbed from the Tide, so I could always awaken him that way. It is a possibility. It is something you can do. I'm not sure if I want to use that on regular epics though, instead of pushing things like a Lord hero like Wrath up to A5 might be better. Dalen, kind of a similar hero to Cyrene in the fact that she does recover cost. Oh, there we go. We got a Navros. Nice. Oh, we got 2 Navroses. That's what I'm talking about, game. They held it back to the very end. They were like, we're not going to give him none. Then they gave me 2. That's nice. So, she also has a little passive where she restores cost for all your allies every 30 seconds. It goes down 25 seconds and 15 cost. So putting her down early can kind of help you get your team out faster. In some stages, I can see that being pretty useful. I'm probably not going to invest too much in her unless I hit like a roadblock where I really need someone who's incredibly cheap to deploy. 11 cost for a fighter is pretty small. I don't know if she actually gets another cost reduction. She does. So she only ends up costing 10. Very cheap hero to put down. You can put her down at the start of pretty much any match. And if she's built decently, she'll survive, tank a little bit for you, and get your cost back pretty quick. So not bad. Double Navros pull. Very happy. Looks like we got 20 more summons to pull out. I don't know if we're going to hit the pity timer. Looks like we are going to get a second legendary hero. Watch it be Hex. Oh, that would be something. We get the pair on this account where we, you know... Oh, we got Baron. Nice. He's a pretty decent tank as well. I've never really built him crazy high, but he does have like a... What do you call it? Like an unable to die, unyielding or whatever, which is pretty nice. A tank that can't die is pretty good. Okay, so we didn't get Hex. That'd have been kind of interesting to get Hex and Twyla on the account that can't use Hex or Twyla. But I don't really know about Kriya. I haven't really looked too much at her skills, so we could do that for a second. We obviously know about Navras. Talk about him all the time because he's a freak beast. But this guy, shield, I'm not sure where his shield comes from. Is it ultimate? Yeah, okay, so he pops a shield that gives him 100% of his max HP for 10 seconds. Whenever it disappears or gets broken, it deals AoE damage. I'm not sure what that AoE damage is based off of. If the damage is based off his attack, or if it's based off of like his max HP, doesn't really say. If it's attack, be a little interesting. I guess you can pump just all HP and attack on this guy and get a decent amount of damage out of it when he breaks his ultimate. But this is kind of what I feel he's mostly used for, is when he dies, he doesn't die. He goes unyielding for 4 seconds. I think that goes up to 8 seconds. And then when it ends, he does damage to everyone, and you only get it one time. I don't think he'll actually die at the end of unyielding. He might. I think it just lets him stay there while he would be dead. So essentially, if you do kill the enemy that would have killed him previously, he will be able to be healed back to full health and get to go again, which is nice. The Awakens, I'm not sure how great they are. Shielded gives him attack, so it must be an attack-based attack, the AoE damage, not based on HP. It probably would specify that, and it doesn't, so I'm assuming it's that. 3 more seconds on his not dying time, which is great, more damage reduction, and then he restores 50% HP at the end of his Immortal Wrath. So pretty solid tank for not like letting you down if you like blink away from your screen and your tank gets killed and you're like, ah, crap. This guy won't actually be dead when you look back, and that'll be nice. Kriya, don't really know anything about her, so I'm not going to harp too much on it. Looks like an AoE mage. That seems pretty nice. That would be great, in fact, on this account if we could use her, because AoE magic damage is always good in most situations. But since we're not going to use her, she's probably going to end up becoming food for one of my epics. Like, not like I'm not going to fuse her in to make a 6-star. That's a horrible waste. But I might just dismiss her and use that to buy like a book or something. But here we go. Last 10 pull. Come on, baby. Be purple. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to get, it looks like, oh my gosh, we're going to have like an A5 Navras now. We only got 1 Deimos, but because we pulled so many Navras's, I'm not going to be upset about it. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with our summon luck today. That was not bad. Okay, so we've got a huge amount of heroes chilling in here. I want to make sure I pull out all of my epics for now. I'll leave my rares in here because we have a substantial amount of them. Just kind of chilling, and I had quite a bit of hero space before I even started this. Who are we going to sell? We're not going to sell anyone. That would be stupid. Let's just quick star up some dudes to make some space, like these. I need to get my freaking hard mode upgraded, so I ain't got to do this manually every time. Yeah, I understand. But yeah. The hard mode thing is chapter 5. When you finish it out, you unlock like the big daddy version of this, where it just like auto selects 10 people and it's like, would you like to star them all up? And you click yes, and it just stars up 10 people for you, and it's like, ah, thank you, game. But now we don't have that, so we got to do it the old-fashioned way with point and click until everyone's starred up. We're just gonna get a little bit of space available and go pull out probably our epics. I clicked on you, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Oops. Nerd. Nice try. So we freed up about, what, 38 slots? I think we don't have 38 epic heroes. I'd be pretty shocked if we did. We don't. So let's go ahead and pull. Boop, 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 boop. We got 4 Navras. That's insane. Oops. Whatever. I guess we'll pull out a couple of these dudes because he fit. Okay. There we go. Well, that was quick. Man, that used to be like a big lag time when you tried to move dudes through to your team. That was very fast. We've got a ton of these to grab out. 12 legendary extracts. What? That'll be absolutely massive for bumping the team up. 6 more crystals, 90 more diamonds. I guess we can pull out our ancient summons here. Obviously, if we pull one of these, I'll just weep a little bit inside because the rarity is like insanely low. Or the chance, I guess, is insanely low to pull something like that. But, I mean, we'll do it. We'll go ahead and pull the 7 out just because we can. Usually I just get 3-star heroes out of this, like this guy. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe we'll get like a Lord hero that's an epic. That would be really nice. I like that it shows you like the really, like, just flip over the card for me. You know what I'm saying? That's just faster. But yeah, if we could pull like a Piercer Lord, we got a Lord hero, I guess, but just a 3-star. That's generally how this goes. Like, you almost always just get blues. But there's another blue. If we could snag out like Lunaria for the Piercers, that would be freaking massive. Decimus. Nothing too crazy going on here. But yeah, I would be really happy with that. Another Nero. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet. Probably a blue hero. I'm right. Okay, so there we go. Pulled out all of our ancients. Absolute dookie hole on those. What is the drop rate on blues? Like 85%? 87% chance at blues. So ancient summoning stones, as great as they sound, really are kind of poopy. You don't really get like great heroes. I guess if you hit the pity timer, awesome, you're gonna get a legendary lord or something, or just a legendary. I guess you don't guarantee a lord. But yeah, it would have been really nice to grab out like Lunaria. That would have been pretty huge for us. To have a Piercer Lord. Don't have that though, but all in all, can't be upset. Had a very good day of summoning. We've got tons of awakenings to do on this guy. He's already A1, so we can take him straight to A5. We have a Decimus, who I'm going to just go ahead and give you all the heart action so I know that you're here and I know that I've got you. Who else is getting hearted? Where's Maul at? Decimus, get hearted. Love you, buddy. Where's my next heart? You're getting hearted. Love you, buddy. And maybe... might heart Nazim, might not. Might leave the rest of them how they are right now because he's going to be more of a situational build. But these guys absolutely getting built. All three of these. Fantastic heroes, useful in tons of content. Nightmare faction's looking pretty strong. We got Wrath, we got Navras, we've got Greed, we've got Deimos. So that faction is absolutely decimated. Northerner's not looking bad either. We've got... where's Estrid? Oh, okay, there she is. So we've got Estrid, Olag, and a marksman and a healer. So that 2 healers. So that faction's looking taken care of too. But for nowsies, I'm happy with how that went down. We got lots of stuff, lots of good heroes to upgrade. I feel like progress is going to go much more smoothly now. But there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.